Good morning, everyone. Is my voice
Morning,
clear?
ma'am.
Who is absent today?
I think no, miss. No one absent today.
Okay, thank you. Today we will learn about simple past tense and narrative text. So, what do you know about simple past tense and narrative text?
Can I answer, miss?
Yes, please.
Simple past tense is event in the past.
Okay, thank you. Let me share my screen. Before I explain the material, I want to tell you about the rules in my class. So when I explain the material, please pay attention because in the end, I won't give you exercise. Okay? So simple past tense is a sentence that is used to tell about events that happened in the past and finished or ended in the past as well. So if you do something in the past and finish or ended in the past and you tell it now, so you can use simple past tense. And the form of simple past tense form in lexical, verbal, or verbal sentence. Lexical or verbal sentence is a sentence contain verb, and nominal sentence is sentence doesn't contain verb. For more detail, let's see the next slide. In the lexical verbal sentence, the positive sentence form is subject plus verb 2. Example, I cooked cake 2 hours ago. So I is subject and cooked is verb 2. You can find verb 2 in the middle of dictionary. Okay. In the middle of dictionary, you can find regular and irregular verb. So 2 hours ago is adverbial of time. And this sentence has meaning that I cooked cake 2 hours ago. So now I'm not cooking cake. Okay? Do you understand? She visited her sister yesterday. So this sentence has meaning that she visited her sister yesterday. I mean, she visited her sister yesterday. So now she is not visiting her sister. Okay? The next slide is negative sentence in lexical or verbal sentence. Subject plus didn't plus verb 1. In negative sentence, we use verb 1, no verb 2. Okay? Example, I didn't cook cake 2 hours ago. I is subject, didn't, and verb 1 is cook. She didn't visit her sister yesterday. She subject, didn't, and visit verb 1. Remember, in a negative sentence, we use verb 1. Okay?
I'm sorry, miss.
Yes, Vina?
I think the it's not changed.
Really? Okay, wait a minute. How about now?
Yep.
Okay, thank you. The next is question sentence in lexical or verbal sentence. If you use WH question, you can add WH question before did. But if you don't use WH question, you can use did plus subject plus verb 1. So in the question sentence, we use verb 1 again, not verb 2, okay? Example, did I cook cake 2 hours ago? Did and I subject, cook verb 1. And the next is, did she visit her sister yesterday? Did. She is subject and visit verb 1. The next is positive sentence and nominal sentence form. Subject plus was or were plus complement. There is no verb because it is nominal sentence, right? So example, I was a teacher 2 years ago. I is subject, was to be, and a teacher 2 years ago complement. Yes. For was, we use was for I, she, he, and it. And we use were for you, they, and we. Remember it, okay? So the next example is, you were fat 3 months ago. You is subject, were to be, and fat 3 months ago is complement. This sentence has meaning that I was a teacher 2 years ago, so now I'm not a teacher. And you were fat 3 months ago, so now you are not fat. The next is negative sentence and nominal sentence. Subject plus was or were plus not plus complement. Example, I was not a teacher 2 years ago. I subject was to be not and a teacher 2 years ago complement. You were not fat 3 months ago. You subject were to be not and complement fat 3 months ago. And the next is a question sentence. If you use WH question, so you add WH question before was or were. But if you don't use WH question, you can use was or were plus subject plus complement. Example, was I a teacher 2 years ago? Was to be subject I, a teacher 2 years ago, complement. Were you fat 3 months ago? Were to be you, subject, fat 3 months ago. Before we try, any question, guys?
Can I try, ma'am?
Yes, you can try. But before you try, any question for the material? Is it
No.
clear?
Get it.
Okay. So change the sentences below into simple past tense. Please, Fanny, try number 1.
Cindy, Cindy went to Bandung 1 week ago.
Okay. For number 2, we'll try.
I want to try.
Yes, please, Linda.
Were you sick yesterday?
Okay, good. And number 3, we'll try.
Saya, ma'am.
Yes, please, Fan.
I didn't meet Linda 2 days ago.
Good. Okay. So you understand the material, right? Let's move to the next material. about narrative text. Narrative text is a text suggests tell us a story. The purpose of a narrative is to entertain. Narrative often contain a moral or a message. Thus, it also educates the reader. So, when you read the narrative text, you can get a moral or a message. And the type of narrative are myths, legends, fables, adventure stories. And narrative structure is orientation. In the orientation, we can find the background of the story, like where, when, and the character. Okay, and the second is complication or conflict. In this part, uh, the problem is rising, and the third is resolution. In this part, describe how the characters resolve the problem. And the fourth is coda. Summarize the narrative and marks the end. Okay. Why we discuss about simple past tense and narrative text? Because they are related to each other. Usually in narrative text, there is simple past tense, and later we will try to analyze the simple past tense in narrative text. So we will discuss the narrative text more detail in the next weeks. Okay. Uh, any question, guys?
Can I ask, ma'am?
Yes, please.
If you have adventure stories, but it's my own stories. So that's a narrative text.
Yes, if your story can entertain people, okay?
Sure.
Okay, Dinda, thank you for your question. Before I close this meeting, I want you guys to conclude what have we learned today.
Can I, ma'am?
Yes, please, Dinda.
So today we learn about simple past tense and narrative text. Form in the simple past tense, there are lexical verb and nominal verb. In formula in simple past tense, positive is subject and plus verb to. In negative is subject, did, didn't, or doesn't plus verb one, and untuk pertanyaan itu pakai did plus subject plus complement.
Okay, thank you, Dinda. But I will tell you guys, in the negative sentence, we don't use doesn't, but we use didn't. Just use didn't, okay? Subject plus didn't and plus for one, okay? Okay, guys, thank you. But I have assignment for you guys. I will send it in Google Classroom after our Zoom meeting. So please do it well. Okay, this is our lesson today. See you next week. Please prepare yourself, guys. Have a nice day. Goodbye.
Thanks.
Thanks, ma'am.
Okay.